All right, now this shit is weird. Now, a lot of people my age, we grew up on this movie, okay? It's called Friday, made by Ice Cube, starring Chris Tucker, a bunch of other people. I used to love this movie growing up. I can't even tell you how many times me or my friends would run around yelling, Smokey's taking a shit. But the anomalies surrounding this movie and the people involved is crazy, to the point I had to make a video about it. It almost should be called the Friday Curse, because what has happened surrounding this movie is very weird, to say the least. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Now, for the people that don't know, the only people really around, I mean, not everybody passed that was in this movie, but a lot of people that were in this movie have passed on. From Bernie Mac to Debo to Red's father, Craig's father, which is John Witherspoon that everybody knows. And there's more I'll show you. Even the girl who played the fake Janet Jackson figure that pulled up and seen Smokey in the movie. But a lot of people in this movie have passed. But this is where it gets creepy. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the numerology, even though it's in their birth dates. It's in the numbers here. Like you'll see October 29th is when John Witherspoon passed. You got your 2-9, which comes out to be your 11. The numerology's all in this. So if you go look into the people that's in it and look into, you know, their death dates, birth dates, the 1-5s, the 9s, the 11s, they're all there. It's throughout the whole thing. But here's what's kind of wild. Okay, so John Witherspoon was born on January 27th. Okay, look at this. Here is Red's father, the one who got knocked out by Debo in the movie. When was he born? Well, would you look at that? Him and John Witherspoon have the exact same birthday. That's kind of odd, but maybe just a coincidence. And like I'd said, both of them have passed on. Now, if you notice, like with Debo, he passed right around the winter solstice, but he's also born right around the summer solstice. But some people say, hey, coincidence. But let's take a look at this. This is the girl who played the fake Janet Jackson in the movie that went and seen Smokey. Now, if you notice, she's born on 3/6. What is 3 6s? But here's where it gets interesting. Look at when she passed, was June 14th. Okay. Now, if you put those together, you get a 6, a 1, and a 4. What does that add up to? Like I said, the numerology is all there, but that's not even the craziest part, because the date she died is the date that Faison Love's birthday is on. So we have two people born on the exact same day and one person die on the other person's birthday. These coincidences just keep on stacking up. And from what I've heard, Faison Love isn't doing too good right now. So I think he should watch because, you know, if you know, you know. But even like Bernie Mac, a lot of people even said he passed under very weird circumstances, that he just caught pneumonia and ended up passing. Now, look, he was born technically on the 1-5 because you have the 10 and the 5. That's technically the 1-5. Then you have he passed on, which I've done videos about this. It's the dog days of summer, which is right around the 8th or the 9th. You can go look. I've done a ton of videos on this. But if you look at it, he passed on the 8-9. Okay, so which ends up going back to 8 once you add it all together. So it deducts in numerology down to 8, which is the magician's number, as I've shown, like I've said, in lots of videos. So the dates of deaths and births of all these people in this movie, and a lot of these people have passed on, is kind of strange. But let's not forget whose movie this is. This is a movie that's written and produced by Ice Cube and New Line Cinema at the time. Now, people that know, Ice Cube was never a gangster. He never really came from the streets. He did good in school. If you think that he gave himself that name, you would be 100% incorrect. He says he's not a part of the club, but you don't get to the higher up levels without being in the club. even though, like I said, he says that he's not. He absolutely is. Now let's take a look at the name, Ice Cube, when you think about it. All right, for the people that know, these people worship the black cube, a black cube, a black guy named Cube. And as I've said, it comes down to Saturn worship. They worship the black cube, which represents Saturn. See, the Saturn cube is a prominent concept and esoteric symbolism, and they have to throw in there conspiracy theories and occultism that links the planet Saturn to the geometric shape of a black cube. See, but don't forget, ice plays a foundational role in the Saturnian system, making up its famous rings and forming the bulk of its extensive moon network. So, ice plays a big role in Saturn. So, what do you get when you put those together? You get Ice Cube. So, did Ice Cube offer up a lot of his co-stars as sacrifices along the way for his level of fame and fortune? Is it coincidence, or is there something else going on here? You guys let me know in the comments.